There he is. Very rare specimen. In case you're just joining us again, I'm John Bigginsby, and I'm here with my faithful crew. That right there. This is Mr. Fertilizer. He's teamed up with me in this expedition to find a rare specimen. Right there is a sufferer of a great disease. He lives in a seasonless world as one persecutes him. Clearly in the shade, afraid of the great sun, my Aztec lord. Now come along. Here's our specimen. Can he speak?
What are you?
Clearly, he is a
get into my yard?
highly intelligent animal. You're a sufferer, aren't you? As you can see, he displays high anxiety in the sun. High anxiety. Clearly a symptom of seasonal oppressive big brother disorder. Seasonal affective disorder. Tell me, son, what is your name?
Nicholas?
Nicholas Kojak? I know this creature. Long has he lived out in the suburbs of Georgetown. Tell me, my son. Come inside. Come inside. Okay. As you can see, he lives in a highly oppressive environment. The MTV Music Awards have clearly taken his toll. Fellow kin to this animal live here. They too have become enthralled by the poison of whatever this disturbingness is.
Oh, leave me alone!
Total darkness. It's clear that this child is quite nocturnal. I have no idea how to open these blinds because I'm Australian. And we do not have windows in Australia.
Try the other room.
Let me put down my camera. My crew has left me there. Too scared to pioneer these strange lands. Windows have always been a strong phobia of Australians.
No, try the other room. The other room, no!
She clearly cannot take what sunlight is. Poor child. Look at him. Truly disturbed out here.
Die.
This is what the lights of seasonal affective disorder do to poor creatures like this living out in Georgetown, Texas. A very strange land. Tell me, my son, how did you contract this disease?
I don't know.
That's generally the story too with most seasonal affective disorder sufferers.
My doctor says it's something about my serotonin levels.
Serotonin.
Bad.
Australians do not have serotonin, but for those creatures living out in Georgetown, Texas, they rely heavily in the brain on serotonin, a chemical that really defines our sense of happiness and sense of reactivity to certain things. This creature, due to lack of light, or in this case actually, exposure to light, creates depressive symptoms due to the plausibility and the inefficiency of serotonin within his brain.
Don't you mean a deficiency?
Thank you. In Australian, there is no word for deficiency. I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with this language. So, tell me, my son, how does living with this disease affect you?
Well, it's hard for me to get up and do things this time of year. I'm taking some antidepressants, but I have a friend in my support group who can't take those because he's bipolar.
Yes, it's another big issue. Bipolar people that suffer from this disease also, or that are often misdiagnosed with this terrible disease, will receive oftentimes the wrong medication by their strange doctors. I am unfamiliar with doctors as I am Australian, and in Australia there are no doctors.
I figured.
We simply rely on the voodoo of the outback. My son.
Voodoo is like
Shh.
an African thing.
I have not heard of Africa as I am Australian. This is a wonderful capture of this creature that lives here. Tell me, my son, have you taken any extra measures to perhaps surviving better in this strange climate of summer? And I feel bad about now recording children. I'm pretty sure what I just did is illegal, but not in Australia.
Well, I closed the blinds, but you opened them.
But does not the sunlight help you?
No.
Oh.
That's only with people with winter times. There's no affective disorder. I have it.
My dear
in the
Lord,
summer.
son. My dear Lord, I'm so sorry. Allow me to spare you this. It's true. It's true. Seasonal affective disorder sufferers can have it in both the summer and the winter. Either climate and either... Actually, not climate, pardon me. Either exposure to sunlight can create many different types of effects within the brain for these sufferers. It's incredible to look at this creature. To look at him and see all the pain he goes through in one part of the year, and all the relaxation and calmness that he might in another. This is why often they are confused with bipolar disorder sufferers.
Well, actually, people with bipolar disorder are at higher risk for seasonal affective disorder. Same thing with people who have major depression and those who are female.
Indeed.
But males get it worse.
You are male, correct?
Last time I checked.
Has Tumblr gotten to you?
I don't know.
This is a clear representation of his severe problem suffering with this disorder. It is not a disorder to take lightly.
Lightly.
I'm unfamiliar with these puns as I am Australian.
You didn't like my joke.
This is what a seasonal affective disorder sufferer goes through often. We must take better measures to understand these creatures, as they do live a very strange life, suffering through their climate. Oftentimes, due to this light deficiency or light overexposure, they do take depressive measures, which do often affect their sleep patterns, as well as their eating patterns. I'm sure we can find some food outside. Ah, yes. Hordes of pastries and breads and fruits. often eaten, or vice versa, not due to the light exposure that creates this depression. This is not like any normal depression, any major mood disorder of standard depression, due to the fact that it only happens during one season of the year.
But other than that, it has the same symptoms and is treated similarly. You still see a therapist, you still take antidepressants, you still feel really crappy.
Yes. The only difference I can think of is, in this case of seasonal depression, antidepressants are recommended to be taken the season before seasonal depressive disorder would start. Affective disorder, I'm sorry. In Australian, affective and depressive disorder are the same thing. As is Willsby and the Outback. Thank you for joining us on this incredible biography. And please donate to our fund, which you'll find very, very beneficial to these creatures that suffer so painful. Hey, you wanna know what else happens in Australia when they don't